Hi YouTube, it's Motherhood Dawn and Baby Fun Charlotte, and today we are tackling the micro mess. This would be something like drawers where things are just totally in disarray, boxes of mismatched socks, tangled up phone cords. For most part, I feel like my house is clean. You know, there isn't like just grody things sitting all over. But the micro messes in my house have totally gotten out of hand. And I think this is something that a lot of moms, especially new moms like myself, I'm only 2 years in, this is my first time having a 2-year-old, really struggle with, because it's like, I have a very Montessori approach to raising Charlotte in the fact that I believe, you know, she can have her hands on everything. I've made videos about this in the past where she has full access to all the cupboards and drawers and everything, and I just keep unsafe things totally out of her reach. But because she has access to everything can turn into a mess. And I'm also working full-time, caring for her, attempting to just keep the basic house clean. So I feel like the micro mess, the hidden messes around the house have really gotten out of hand. And I already feel anxious. We know I have so much stuff going on in my life. I'm in a lot of debt. I'm on a super tight budget. Working full-time with a 2-year-old is a lot. And today I just wanted to take a minute and see if I can help some of my stress by tackling the micro mess. I feel like for busy parents especially, it's so hard to just get a grip on those micro messes and to just get everything in your house organized. So today I'm giving myself a day to truly just focus on those things and help myself detox, get organized, get in a better spot, and feel more comfortable in my own home. Kind of roots back, and I've mentioned this a few times on my channel. Also, my eyebrows bugging me. It has like this weird thing right here, so that's why I keep touching that, but I'm just not going to focus on that. Basically, what I was getting at is that I mentioned quite a bit on my channel about Feng Shui, how I think that the way you keep your home and organize your home plays a lot into your own stress and happiness. So micro messes are definitely something that really kind of bog up my mind. You know, when I'm going to get a phone cord and I have to untangle the phone cord, I would feel so much better, so much less stressed if I didn't have that mess. I have that thing of mismatched socks sitting next to all the rest of my folded clothes. I should just sit down, match up the socks, get rid of the ones that don't match. Little messes like that we are going to be tackling today in order to kind of free up my home, free up myself, and hopefully free up some of the burdens sitting on my shoulders that's just adding unnecessary stress to my life. Thank you. We are going to start with my sock box here. And this has a bunch of other things in it that we're just going to go through and figure out what to do with. So there's a lot of things like my drill that just kind of got shoved into this box, but this is something that needs to go into my office. So anything that needs to go into a separate room, I'm basically going to put back in the box and then take it to the necessary room once I'm finished organizing the socks. As you can tell, Charlotte's going to help. This is one of the things that kind of, you know, this is the reason there are micro messes in my home right now, is because attempting to fully clean, keep things really organized and neat with a 2-year-old is nearly impossible. Okay, so we've tackled all of the socks, and now I'm just putting everything, basically everything left in this box is going to go to my office. So I'm just going to throw it into the box right now. And a little psychological tip that I've learned, because I'm one of those people who cannot just pay attention to one thing. Like I get up, I start doing something else, and I transfer from task to task to task. So one way that I keep myself on task when cleaning a room is, one, I will start in one corner. So this box is basically one corner. It's one small task, and I have to finish that task before I move on to another one. But another thing I do is I will turn off the lights in the rest of my house, and I will just have the light on in the room that I'm focusing on. So it kind of is like, I've noticed a little subconscious way to be like, oh, okay, the light's off in here. I won't flip on the light in this other room to start working in there because I'm working on the room with the light on. So that's like one little way that I help myself stay on task. If you're like me and you have a super short attention span, that might help you as well. What I'm going to do with this box of office supplies and business supplies is I am literally just going to take it to my office and leave it be. I'm not going to focus on that right now. I'm going to tackle the rest of the micro messes in this immediate area. Another thing that in the morning when I'm getting ready, I typically just quickly shove things back into are my medicine cabinets. They're also dirty because my child is habitually playing in water and spraying it all over the mirrors. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, that one doesn't look too bad, but basically just quickly organize these, get them back to how I want them to look and how I'm going to feel comfortable in the morning just pulling things out and putting things back in their place. That's the one thing about like fixing these little messes is once it's fixed, you feel better about it, and then you just are more likely to put things back where they actually belong because you're like, I don't want to ruin what I just worked on, you know. So I'm actually, one tip that the Fly Lady uses, if you're like into cleaning, then you probably heard of the Fly Lady. She's amazing. One tip she does is like just set timers for small increments. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to give myself 5 minutes to just speed organize it because it isn't that messy and 5 minutes is going to be plenty of time. So another thing you can do is like one song. Pick out one song. When that song's finished, you're done with that task. It's just a way to like push yourself, motivate yourself, and then also not get super caught up if you have a lot to do on just cleaning that one task, because I can become a perfectionist and really get into like the micro organizing of it. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to waste time on that right now. I just want to get these quickly clean. I'm sure some other moms will appreciate the fact that my child is helping me clean up right now. All right, we're good. We got it. So that was just like a quick organization thing. Now we're going to do the same thing with the drawers. Yeah, knock them out. So now that's done, but I found some stuff down there that needs to go up into these cabinets, so I'm just going to quickly put that stuff up there. And we're done with this area, but while I'm here, I might as well just clean the mirrors and the countertop, and then it is all clean and ready to go. Good job, Lottie Lou. Thank you. There we go, you guys. Now we're going to tackle this mess of cords. So the box is much more organized, and I put a lot of the cords that I don't immediately need in a box down in one of these cupboards, but then now I have a bunch of mail and things to go through. So this is just one of those things with micro messes, is typically you find more micro messes that you need to go through, but we're going to tackle that. Another micro mess that gets really bad for me is putting away dishes. All the dishes are clean, but they're just sitting there. They start to overflow. I just don't put them away because I'm like, I can just grab out what I need to use. Then it turns into a pile like this where I've used a ton of things and it gets unnecessarily large. So this is, again, a micro mess that I'm going to tackle today, and then hopefully have the motivation to stay on top of in the future. Picked out a majority of the micro messes that were really stressing me out, and yeah, that's just kind of how I'm doing it. I'm grabbing little things that like I want this mess fixed, I want it now. It's not to say that my house is super clean now, it's not to say that everything's organized. My office is still a mess, Charlotte's room is still a mess, Charlotte's still gonna make messes throughout the day, but little messes that I look at and I'm like, ugh, they're getting out of hand, or they're just on a daily basis causing me stress have now been tackled. And I feel lighter. I can now go into the kitchen and not have a ton of dirty, clean dishes that I'm looking at that just need put away. I don't have a bunch of mismatched socks. Charlotte's talking over me. Yeah, I mean, just as a whole, it feels a little better. So that's tackled. That's done. Micro mess stress semi-free. We're going to move on with the rest of our day, get some work done. And yeah, thanks for tagging along while I cleaned my house a little bit. As always, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.